This is fat wood. I'm trying to make curls of fat wood. Perhaps I should have sharpened my knife first. Well, I can start to smell it now. I've had this fat wood for quite a while, and so it loses its smell, but once you get into it, then that smell percolates again. In fact, this knife's a little bit thick for this. I might try me. These are both Manticore knives, from Manticore Knives. This one might be a bit better. Oh yes. There was rain forecast for today, quite heavy rain, but it didn't turn up, so I'm thinking these black clouds might just be that heavy rain. Yeah, it's a bit coarse, a bit coarser than I would like it, but we'll give it a go. This is Mad Dog Survival Ferrocerium rod and a Mad Dog Survival striker. Let's just see how we're going. There we go. Oh, there we go. Get it in there before it gets out of control. What haven't I got? A glove. I have actually, it's not far away, but right. We shall bring into play the magic axe, also from Manticore Knives. Nothing like preparing your kindling just as you need it. Right, I don't want to throw the fat wood on by accident. I do have supplies that are not too far away, but I do have to go and get them. A few miles away. If you're wondering why this is looking so raggedy, it's because it hasn't actually been finished off yet. I've got some finishing off to do, but I haven't got round to it. Right, we'll let that one get going and I'll get the other one on the go. This is just hand sanitizer. So that will burn very clean. In fact, once that birch bark has burnt out, you'll hardly see any flame at all. I've got boiling water in there, and I've got pasta and meatballs in here. Best before April 2020, so plenty of working time yet. Unfortunately, it's just started to rain. But that is definitely a rolling boil. This is my Manticore Grasshopper Outdoors knife. And I've got my standard Manticore Bushcraft knife, which actually needs a bit of work to tidy it up a bit. And I've started this lot off with my Mad Dog Survival ferrocerium rod and ceramic striker. Hey! Look, that boil's got out of control a bit. I've got ginger pudding in ginger sauce for afters. Best before, see reverse, back of pack. Oh, that's June 2020, so we've got to use them up. Right, anyway, so that's my dinner, but that's not what this is about. What this is about is, well, mainly this plant here, which has quite an aromatic, strong smell about it, and it's common mugwort. Now, when I first discovered this, for reasons I will tell you presently, I ate quite a bit, and I was definitely feeling the effects by the time I got home. So this plant's not to be taken lightly. But before I discovered this, which grows locally, and I've found 7 of these plants so far, before I discovered that, I'd ordered some close relative wormwood, Artemisia absinthium. So I'm hoping this will be a little bit milder than what that mugwort was, because I'm telling you, that mugwort is fierce. So as soon as I've had my dinner, we're going to start using a bit of this wormwood. Now what we're doing, well, what I'm doing is I'm starting a deworming program. We're talking parasitic worms. Now we do the dog buy tablets for her about once every 6 months, and the dog's fairly tolerant to worms. In that 6 months she's probably picked up some worms. What about us? I mean, I get a lot of roadkill, and sometimes they're damaged, mangled, and you will come across parasites inside that roadkill. So there's got to be a high probability that I'm carrying some intestinal worms, so I thought it's about time I did something about it. So both these herbs will treat intestinal worms, and we'll go through that in a process in a minute. But I've just got to get me dinner sorted out before this rain gets any stronger. takes 30 seconds to boil. Well, a bit more than that, but not that much more. Rolling boil now. I know there's not that much in it. It does mess things up, everything getting wet, because your hands get wet, and then I need to do a bit of sewing, and I'll show you why that's relevant in a minute. Just getting me pudding. Ginger pudding with ginger sauce. Jess, that'll do. Hey, you're getting a bit close. Right, so how I'm going to use the wormwood is as a tea. And so this is just an empty paper bag, but what I've got is some dried out tea bags here, and I'm going to decant the wormwood into, I've got some sewing scissors here, I don't know whether you can see that, foldy up scissors, have a look, Oh, strong stuff. Right, so I've opened the wormwood. Now I'm going to take the tea out of the tea bags using my little scissors. Snip the top of the tea bag off. Empty the tea out. And fill it up with wormwood, but not as full. Just need the spoon here. Try the spoon off. Not too much in, otherwise I won't get it sewn up, because in fact that might be a bit much. Because I'll fold it and then fold it, and then with another needle I prepared earlier I'll just sew it up. Right, that'll do. So that's 2 tea bags I've done, and we'll boil some water up now, let it steep for a few minutes and put some honey in, and we've got wormwood herb tea. So I'll put this back in for now. Right, well the proof is always in the pudding, so we'll see what it tastes like. And I have to say it is very bitter, but we're not used to bitter taste. And you've got to remember why I'm drinking it. And I'll drink 2 cups a day for a few days, and then I'll ease off. And I mean, I'm not saying I have got internal parasites, but it would be probable. I know the dog has had parasites, and I know some of the roadkill that I have collected after being mangled a little has had internal parasites. It certainly tastes like it'll do the job. So that's wormwood, which I've purchased, and that is common mugwort, which I have foraged, although I am now very cautious with common mugwort. It's a very powerful herb. I can't see any stars. Right, I might catch you in the morning and I might not. We'll see. Well, me and the dog have had a reasonable night, seeing as there was a bit of a party going on some doors away. The dog's getting used to this camping business now. We've got our own little bed, our own little blanket. It was quite cold last night, relatively cold, and there's a lot of condensation in this single skin tent. Anyway, we'll get up and we'll get out and we'll see you on the next one. See the drips running down, possibly not. Anyway, that's it for now. I'll catch you on the next one. Hey, that'll do. Something's upset her.